just finished setting one rod up. I'm very keen to get started today. So I'm gonna get that out now. Still need to tie a hook link for my other rod. So I'll put that out. So while I'm sorting the other rod out, I am actually fishing. And then, yeah, I'll tell you what we're up to today. I'm quite excited. Okay, that is me set up. First of all, hello, thank you for watching my video today. Welcome to the DanGoesOutdoors YouTube channel. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. If I've got a video, I thought I saw something then. If I've got a video, I tend to put it up on a Sunday morning, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I'm out barbel fishing, of course I am. And yeah, I picked a swim. I don't normally fish. I fished it once or twice before. But I spent a good hour choosing where to go today because my normal spots just seemed really sluggish, really dead. Spoke to an angler who fished one of them all morning and he just had nothing really. So yeah, I've come here where there's kind of a bit of a rapids and stuff above us there, comes round, gets a little bit deeper, a little bit slower here, and below us we have some nice kind of reeds and a bit of a sunken feature and that over there. So I'm going to give it a go. Don't normally fish this peg, I've never caught a barbel from it, I've caught a few chub, but I just fancy it. It's been very hot, not a lot of rain. Well, has been some this past week, but you wouldn't think it looking. But today it's a bit cooler, a bit cloudier, and I wonder if the fish will be creeping into this more oxygenated water, so we'll give it a try. Pellets and boilies and whatnot on my upstream rod, worms on my downstream rod. I'm in on my worm rod, I believe I'm in. Am I still in? Come on. I was rattling around a fair bit. Oh. Come on, has it gone over the other way? Something's happening. What's happening? Oh. Oh, I've got a nice perch. Very lively perch here. Really lively, there it is. Keep trying to show you the dorsal. Oh god, there we go. Awesome. At least it's some life down there. It's kind of one of the reasons I use the worms, is to just see what's going on in the swim. Let's get him back. Very shallow. Big bites on the worms. Back down again. Well, I'm about an hour in and I'm already thinking I need to mix things up a bit. I'm fishing quite far downstream and I think I need to fish a bit more upstream just to gain a bit more control and not have the rods, well, not have the lines so close together. The rigs are far apart, but the lines have ended up being really close to each other. So I'm going to wind in rechuck and also bait up the swim. Okay, just a few 8mm pellets over the area. Bites on the worms. So it's about 5:30 now, and really, if I'm going to move swims, now's the time. And I'm kind of thinking I'm going to stay. I just didn't like the look of any other areas, and yeah, although nothing's happened here, I'm sure as the evening comes in it will get better. Or at least I hope it will. So I'm going to reset everything and just keep my fingers crossed that when that sun starts dipping, I'm in the right spot. I've just fed that under some trees downstream perfectly, if I do say so myself. Something on the worms again, I believe. At least it's something. Got another perch, I believe. Yeah. A little bit better. There's some nice perch in this river. Well, this was the really good cast that went right in under the tree down there. But I was kind of hoping it would be a barbel or a chub or something. Another gorgeous perch. It's pretty cool. A little bit bigger than the last one, I believe. Look at that. Brilliant. Yeah, well. Good news and bad news. Good news is, just got a big bite. Bad news is it came off. Damn it. Oh, it's taking my hook. That's annoying. I don't leave a hook in a fish. God, I don't like that. I used a knotless knot. I normally use a Palomar knot, but for some reason I thought I'd hair rig the hook on. It's really annoying. I don't want to leave a hook in a fish. Whatever, right, I'll tie a new one on with a Palomar knot. Yeah, that's a new one on. I am a bit upset about that, you know. I don't really want to leave hooks in fish, and I wonder if catching those two perch on it kind of loosened up the knotless knot, because it almost looked like it had come undone, you know, it's all curly whirly, but yeah, at least that one's not coming off. It's getting late now, and other than a few rattles on the worms, nothing else has really happened, so I'm gonna have one last recast, tidy up the swim, and then yeah, maybe give it another 45 minutes, I suppose. That'll probably be it for me. Can't believe this upstream rod's done nothing. I'm kind of wondering if I need to cast it further down where where it kind of looks a bit better and where I got that big fish that took the hook. So instead of doing an overhead cast from here and kind of clattering it in and making too much noise, I'm just going to go to this other gap in the bushes here and do my cast from here. Went in like a depth charge anyway. I had reservations about hooking one in this fast water. Oh my god. Now that was a take. Jesus. Hopefully that camera's running. Watching Winston Churchill, you know, the darkest hour on my phone. And boom, I'm at war myself. Keeping the rod really low because there's so much going on down there. I can't believe it. I was proper about to give in. This was the boilie rod. It went in like a ton of bricks. Back in front of me now. Incredible stuff. Been ages since I've had a proper fish. Can't see the fish. Oh, it's out there. Dog on the lead, dog on the lead. So hard, and what's really annoying is the fastest water is right at my feet. Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to try and bring the fish kind of upstream and let it go back in the net. Let's see. Come on, let's see if we can skim it across. I'm going to block your view, but I need to get it in. Oh, it's just sat out there in the current. Just skim it. Skim it. And that was... Oh, I missed it. Right, let's get some control. It's fishing closer. This is so hard in this current. Get a grip of this net. Come on. Right, the net needs to go in at the last moment, I think. Otherwise it's just catching the current and washing away. Bosh! That's not a small one. I'm shaking, you won't be able to see much annoyingly with it being so dark. The barbel's in a net. That's a church bells, it's just gone 9. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unhook the fish, let it recover, pack everything away, show you the fish and go. Oh, brilliant. Yes, 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 in a new swim as well. Okay, everything's away. I've got my mat here, I've got my sling all zeroed because I'm going to weigh this fish. Because at the very least it's my biggest from this river. It might even be my Yorkshire PB, so we'll get it weighed and we'll find out. I'm really excited, I can't believe I pulled it off. But yeah, I'm buzzing. It's so nice to have your sort of fishing ability confirmed, you know. I tried to say that in a bit of modesty, but you know, I got it right. I picked the swim and it worked. I caught a big fish. I'm really happy with that. Right, let's get it out. It's been resting for ages because everything else is packed away. See, I use my bank sticks to get the net propped up. That is a big Yorkshire barbel. That's massive actually. Let me show you it first and then you can have a guess because I quite like doing that. That's a massive Yorkshire fish. Right, come on, let's weigh it. I don't know, I think it might do 9 maybe. My Yorkshire PB is, I'm pretty sure 9.5, 9, 10. Can't remember. Luckily I've got it on video, so I'll go back and see. Scale's nice and zeroed. Here we go. New Yorkshire PB or New River PB, whatever. Oh. I'm being optimistic. £8 dead. I did zero then, right? Yeah, £8 dead. I suppose it is summer, and actually, yeah, it is. I'll pull that down. Might be able to see it is basically hollow in there, so yeah, that's where all the weight's gone. Well, I know weight isn't everything. I can't help feel like if we didn't have such a long, hot, dry spell, that would probably be a double figure fish. Because it is basically hollow. Although it's got a massive frame on it. That's definitely my biggest from this river. £8 dead. Still haven't caught myself a Yorkshire double, but that's really cool. Man, that's awesome. Well, you've seen it's a tiny stream really at this stretch. And monsters like this in there. Oh. There's the other side. That's really cool. Oh man, it fought so hard. I'm loving this. You are awesome, mate. You're like a shark. Right, a couple of pictures for myself. We're gonna have to get it back. Okay, I'm gonna hold this fish just off the current because it is quite fast there. Keep it all upstream. Let it recover nicely. Okay, hopefully you can see it, but I've had the fish in the net facing upstream for quite a while now. In fact, I even set it all down and put my mat and things away for a while. So it's had probably another 10-15 minutes and it is now swimming back again to the current, which is pretty cool to see. Very conscious in this swim that if I don't release it well, it could get washed quite a distance before it gains its bearings. Luckily it is quite slack downstream, but that's not the point, is it? You want to do it properly. So we'll keep a hold of it for a while here. clearly an older fish, you know, it's not a young dumb full of, yep, it is out there. Okay, one last look, because it is now fighting my net. It is ready to go. Let's do it then, eh? Oh. Yep. Oh, a little bit more support for a moment. I'll let this one swim out on its own accord, I think. Yes, you ready? Yeah. Oh, brilliant. It's just holding there. Oh, great. If anything, it's swum off. Yeah. Swum off across the current. Great. Ooh, must admit, I was a little bit worried about that release. I was thinking maybe I should walk it to slower water, but that would mean going up the bank and then down the path, because there's quite a gap between here and the next swim. So I just let it recover for ages, and to see it swim upstream and then across the current, yes, I've done my job well there. I'm happy. Right, let's get out of here. Look at that. Beware of attack fishermen. Yeah, you really should. Anyway, I'm back home now, and I've just finished editing that video, and I realised that I didn't really explain my tactics on my baits at all in the video, and I feel like sometimes I miss doing that because I perhaps assume there's a level of knowledge out there that perhaps for a lot of you there isn't. I know at the moment a lot of people have been getting back into fishing or are starting it fresh, so it would be good if I explained a few things. So I'm going to go a little bit kind of, well actually I was just watching a TA fishing video with my man Graham, and he explains things. If anything, he over explains them, and he says, you know, experts, go back to the river, go back to the lake, keep scrolling. So yeah, this is purely for people just getting into it, but I thought, you know, I might as well show it, might as well share it, because it might help a few people out. If not, if you've enjoyed the video already, that's fine. Leave it there, subscribe, come back again another day. But I'll show you the hook bait I use, a little bit about the hook link, and yeah, maybe it'll help a few of you catch some more fish. There we go, I've just got you set up on a bucket here, and I've got my bait bucket there. Now what I've been catching on a lot this year is these dynamite sauce boilies. They're a real kind of old school now boilie, if I can say that. I'm sure they've been around getting on 20 years. They were designed by Terry Hearn back in the day, and they become a real kind of, I don't know, almost like a cult boilie amongst barbel fishermen, more, even if anything more so than carp fishermen. But I don't take the full bag with me. I just put them in a small pop-up tub, you know, for an afternoon, an evening session, even a day session. That's all I take. Even if I was going to the River Trent, I wouldn't take the whole bag. I'd just take a little tub like that. And what I've been catching on is taking 2 of them and just trimming away a little bit. So what I do is I make a flat bit on one. I'm going to make a flat bit on another one. Put them together, put your baiting needle through. Yeah, try and get it where you can see it. And that has been a really good hook bait for me. I think because I'm turning it into more like, almost like a pellet, you know, that doesn't look like 2 boilies, that looks more like one bigger bait. And I think in a river, it's just just looks neater, you know, it's not getting washed about and kind of battered as much. I don't know, but what I'm saying is that has really worked for me. So I put that on one of my hair rigs, and I keep mine on one of these Zig discs. So if I find one that's kind of similar to what I used, this one here is. Got a few tied up with braid, coated braid, some with mono, but most of the time these days I find myself just using 12-pound mono, and it's actually the same stuff as on my reels, because I don't know, I've just given up thinking that the fish can see it, and even if they do see it, are they going, oh, that's line, better not take that? I completely doubt it. So yeah, that's what I do. I've got a video on the channel of how to tie these rigs, and I'll put a link to that in the description. But basically it's 12-pound mono down to, in this case, a size 8 wide gate, and then a braided hair. And if you go and watch that video, you can see how I've done that. And I just think that's a little bit more effective and a bit more kind of user friendly than having a mono hair. I found that mono hairs can kind of come undone, snap, the knot can get all weird. So you just transfer the boilies onto the hair, put the hair stop in, pull that down. Just going to adjust the length of the hair by moving the silicone. And that has been the one for me this year. All the fish that I've caught on a bait, not maggots or worms, has been pretty much that. A couple have been caught on pellets. It's interesting because last year my top bait was 14mm halibuts, if I remember rightly, but this time round it's been that little guy. And I wrap that in paste, thread a PVA bag down, and man, that is that has really worked well for me. So yeah, there you go. Oh, that's my weapons all lined up there. I've actually been drying my net and my mat and everything, because you should really do that when you get back from a session. I'm digressing here, but anyway, yeah, make sure that if you do put your nets away wet, but you get them back out again as soon as you get home, and get them really, really dry. That's how you stop spreading fish diseases. But anyway, I'm rushing through it because I don't want to waffle. I'm conscious when I do these little bits that I talk too much and go into too much detail, and I'm doing it again now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.